Hello everybody, I'm /MVC. Welcome back to Cataclysm, the last generation. We have a problem. If you remember, in the last episode we read the patch notes, which said that the NECC faction had been fixed, where you could, this is the NECC faction, New England Church Retreat, NECR, I call them the New England Church Retreat Organization, Necro. The New England Church Retreat should function as a faction so you can actually sleep here. I'm going to hit the sleep key. Are you sure you want to sleep? Yes. It says, you're in the territory of New England Church community. They probably won't appreciate your actions. I'm a member here. So I don't think the patch worked. And I'm definitely up to date on it. So if I get a chance, I'll do some bug reporting on that later. I have a backup plan. I have a blanket here. This is the one they issued me, so I'm going to take my blanket. They won't let me take other things, right? Like if I try to take the deck of cards, picking that up will be considered stealing. Yes. So they've welcomed me in. They gave me a blanket. They gave me a bed, but it's no avail. Right now. It's getting a little dark outside. Oh, look. I didn't realize they've got a campground here. Hey, wait. This could work in my favor. No. I don't need their campground. Hang on. We're going back to where I was planning to make a base anyway. You know, I just wanted to sleep in the company of my brothers and sisters. Oh, by the way, I did play a little bit between episodes. I no longer have a driver's side door. Thanks to zombie deer. I did another thing. It's on the map here. So I'm trying to get ready for my episode. I marked it here. There's a clay deposit right here. I went and I grabbed a bunch of clay. I'll show you what I was thinking here in a second. We need to turn on that headlight probably. I guess the headlight's working. It may not be functioning. Anyway, we can just drive over here. So yeah, we have a few fresh injuries and some more damage has been done to the truck. Look at the blood in the road there. Yes, I battled some zombie deer. And as it turns out, the wood axe is extremely deadly. As I knew. I actually killed, I think, 3 zombie deer trying to drive down the road. Oh, shit. Need to get that wood out of the way. I had to cut these trees down. So that I could even get in here. There was 2 trees blocking the entrance, right? It's okay. We're gonna figure things out. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. Turn off the headlights and stop driving. Oh. Remember vehicle position? Yes, we definitely want to keep track of that. I learned another thing, too. Look here. That is a trunk. It has a 300-liter storage capacity. Didn't even realize it. So that's very cool. We've got a way to haul a lot of good stuff. But for right now, what do we need? We need a bed, right? Let's grab our brazier first. I want to wield that. Because we will need a source of light and fire. I'm going to drop the brazier right there. No, I'm not. I'm going to activate the brazier. My bad. Here we go. We'll deploy it right there. Now I have a blanket, and so I just need... Let's look at our build menu, and we can look for bed. Now we can make a makeshift bed with 6 nails, 4 planks, and a blanket. So. Oh wait, let's just go over here. Nails. There's 8 nails. And we need to drag the planks out of the stack. So, how many do we need? Like, I don't know, maybe 6 of them? Okay. Let's haul our planks over here. Quick check. Do we want to build over here instead? No, I like all the windows in this building. Okay. Now when I open my build menu and search for a bed, I can build a makeshift bed. Great. Where do I want to put it? Let's see. We may want to... Put it by the window or not by the window? I don't know. I'll hang curtains in here eventually. Let's get this out of the way. Oh. Long stick. Can't grab that. You grab the filing cabinet. There, we get that out of the way. Grab the trash can and get it out of the way. And then haul the stick out of the way. There we go. Now we can just put our bed right there. Interesting configuration. Oh, it's showing me the 3 possible spots. I understand now. Construct right there. With the last of the daylight at 7 p.m. Now, that's just one tile, and I think that's sufficient. That's fine. We've become quite weary, so it's about time to go to sleep. But before we do... Yeah, that only took 4 planks to do that. I want to get a firewood spot going here. Actually, let's just get some sleep. Because it's late. This is a... Oh, wait. Before we go to sleep, I don't want it to get cold in the middle of the night. So let's grab the coyote plushie and the emergency jacket. Now, if you don't know, what you want to do is drop something like this, a blanket or emergency jacket or whatever. Don't wear it, or you can't use it for warmth. You drop that on your bed, and I want the plushie on the bed, which should increase our comfort level. Don't have a pillow right now, but that's okay. And there we go. We went right to sleep. It says you use your emergency jacket to keep warm. We shouldn't get cold tonight, but we would get cold if we wore the jacket. So it's kind of odd. Feeling better rested from your exertions. Yes, I have a plan. We may mutate. It's hard to say. I don't know how fast... Uh-oh, your face is getting chilly. The problem with getting frostbite in your sleep is that it can potentially kill you. You know, you basically just lay there. Your head is getting chilly. Oh, Lord. All right, what time is it? It's 3 a.m. Basically, I think we were rested. It says we feel well rested. Oh, okay. Interesting. We're not crawling now, but we've got the chilly thing. So let's get something to drink and do something about being chilly. I think thirsty can wait. I want to grab some wood here. Decide what to move. Okay, 15 planks. Let's see, some splintered wood, wooden panel. Let's just move the planks, I guess. Those over here. We'll drag them in, and then we can use our currency as tinder, I believe. Okay. You drop your planks. Yes, okay. Now I want to mark that as a firewood spot. I believe that's Shift Y. Yep, define a zone, add a zone, and then we're going to define a source firewood spot. That. And that's the spot that's marked. Save our changes. Now we'll automatically use that wood when we have a fire going. I guess these windows don't open, by the way. I was going to put it near the windows so that we could let the smoke out, but it'll be okay. Now I'm going to, interestingly enough... Oh, I see. There's more planks here. That's fine. I'm going to examine the brazier, start a fire, and we've got to use something as our tinder. So we'll use paper wrapper as tinder. Okay, we got a fire going. Now that'll help keep us warm. The other thing I need to do is drink some clean water. I think that was all. Okay, now we're turgid and satisfied. All right, the next thing that I want to do is, do I have the clay in my pocket? I think I do. 34 lumps of clay. I'm going to show you the map one more time. Oh, look, our vehicle is now showing up on the map. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to show you again. I drove over here. I found a clay deposit. I crafted one of these. A digging stick. If you have a digging stick, you can open your build menu with Shift 8 and search for clay. And find this option right here. Extract clay. So as long as you've got a source of clay and a digging stick, you can extract that clay with a survival of 0. No problem. I'm intrigued suddenly by this. You can build a clay oven. Nice. What does that take? 15 lumps of clay, 10 fire bricks, 30 rocks. A tool with digging of 2. Fabrication 4. No, we're not doing that. We could build a clay kiln, but we don't have fabrication 4. Okay. So yeah, we're not going that route. I need something I can cook with. Oh, nice. This gives us a prediction about how long this fire is going to burn. That's very handy. Thank you. I can sit at this chair to craft because I believe we still have access to this light from here. Okay. Notice our temperature is comfortable now. We got low transition, so we're probably going to have to take a nap. But anyway, what I want to craft is a clay pot so that I can cook stuff or boil water. Let's search for clay. Actually, I want to make all of this stuff. So you can make a clay bowl. These clay canisters I can use to make Molotov cocktails. Then the canning pot is an ingredient in the clay pot oven. We don't need yet. The crucible is for metalworking. The oil lamp I do want to make, for sure. I need to find some kerosene for it. Now here we have a clay pot. Now what do I lack though is the salt water. I forgot the salt water. Yes. Okay, so we need to get a jug of salt water rolling. Let's look and see what we've got for containers. You know what I do have? I've got a condom, and I can put water in that. So we could go grab some salt water and put in that, I believe. We've got this steel jerry can of water, which hasn't been purified. Too heavy to pick up. Whatever. I think I want to wait till daylight, though. Source of salt water? Right there. It's right down the road. But there's zombie deer about, so you have to be mindful. I'm not going out there with the zombie deer. I'm going to just try to get some sleep. Maybe a little more sleep, otherwise we'll just wait until daylight and then quit trying. We'll try 7 a.m., I guess. Getting a bit peckish. Alright. That's good enough. Oh, and so since we were laying down, we weren't automatically throwing planks on the fire, apparently. That's good to know. Alright, that's a good thing to remember. We are probably safe to go on foot up there now that it's daylight. I'm not too concerned. I killed the zombie deer, and it's just right here. So let's find salt water. That's murky, deep, murky. You could gather fetid water, salt water. Here we go. I'm going to pour that into a container. Oh, it's not giving me the option of pouring it into a condom. Interesting. I can put it in a small plastic bag. I don't need that much salt water, do I? So, should I fill my canteen with it? No. Let's fill these small plastic bags. The plastic bag can't expand to fit any more salt water. That's probably because... Yeah, let's wield the plastic bag, I think. Let's look at this condom. You used to be able to put liquids in there. You could use it for crafting. Sealed condom. Action. Open. Turns into condom. Ah! I have to open it. You wield your sealed condom. Let's open it. You rip open the wrapped condom. Okay. I got the wrapper too, probably. Now let's see if we can pour the salt water into that. Yes, we can. 3.75 liters. Yes. Yes! Okay, that's enough salt water to do all of the clay crafting, I think, that I'm going to need to do for a little while. We need to get a fire going here, I think, for clay crafting, so we'll burn a $1 bill. Now, I want to craft a pot. I can make a clay pot, because I have a source of water, salt water, 5 lumps of clay, and a nearby fire. And that's Fabrication 2, Survival 1. Okay, great. There's our most basic cooking thing. Let's look at it. It's got level 2 boiling quality, level 1 chemical making quality, level 1 containing quality, and level 3 food cooking quality. Now, because of the food cooking quality, let's look at what we can do. I went and I got some cattail stalks. I want to pound down the rhizomes, but then there's another process that we have to go through. This will give plant fiber as a result too, which is going to be interesting. Oh, I can make popcorn because we found those popcorn kernels. It looks like we can make popcorn if we have a tool with food cooking of 2 or more. So we can make popcorn in our new clay pot. Let's do that. Cool. Because we're a little peckish, so now we should be able to eat fresh, hot popcorn. Heck yes. Alright, the next thing I want to craft is going to be some cooked cattail stalks. Now this gives 10 plant fiber as a byproduct. So let's do a batch of, say, 5 of these. Because I think I need 50 plant fiber for something. Okay, you put the plant fiber on the desk. We can now eat the cooked stalks for 25 calories and 1 joy. Cool. That didn't do much, but it did something. Now we've got the plant fiber here. So if I go back to my clay crafting menu, should be able to make this thing, the clay quern. See if I've got all the ingredients. Yes, I do. This is salt. Oh, we don't need plant fiber for this one. Apparently we need it for what? Where's my clay canister? Okay, we're lacking the patches for that. I have a plan to get the fur or leather patches. We need to get that next so we can craft some of those things. But anyway, we're going to craft the quern. A simple hand-powered clay quern for grinding grain. 1 hour and 14 minutes. You drop your plank on the brazier. Your theoretical understanding of fabrication has increased. You craft clay quern from memory and put it on the desk. I think that was fabrication. Yeah, fabrication just went to 3. Excellent. Okay, now that we've got the quern, here's my question. Let's examine the quern. Simple hand-powered clay quern for grinding grain. I'm gonna guess that goes into, yes, we can make starch with, not the quern. Cooked cattail stalk, related recipes. Related, there. Bread flour, or flour. One of these two we should be able to make with starch. I couldn't find the recipe earlier, but here's why. You need a clay quern, which I have. If we make the flour, then we're also going to need... Oh, we need the flour already to make bread flour. Okay. And then also some other things, like roasted chestnuts, wheat. Oh, there it is. Starch. We can make bread flour with flour and starch. Okay. How do we make flour, though? I hit capital L, by the way, to get related recipes. So if I look at starch, which we can make from rhizomes, related recipes, flour, here we go. Okay, tool with fine grinding, which we apparently don't have. We can make flour from starch with a tool with fine grinding. There. We can make flour with starch and a clay quern. Very good. Now, related recipes. Flour is our ticket to some kind of bread, like probably a flatbread or a hardtack or a homemade toastum, etc. I think flatbread is going to be a pretty good one to make. Let's look here. So that's 11 bread flour or flour. Ah, so we don't have to make it up into bread flour. We just have to have 11 flour to make flatbread. Okay, let's work in that direction. So first we need the starch. Food, starch. I don't know, how much starch do we have to make? We can make 5. And the result will be how many? Is it just 1? It should tell me here. Resulting, recipe result, starch fresh. Doesn't say. But anyway, we can make 5 of these. I'm going to do a batch of 5. Getting a little thirsty. We're probably going to have to make some clean water next. Alright, cool. We got the starch made. Let's get in here and grab... Okay, we've got a jerry can of clean water. We should have an empty jerry can. This one is water. I'll wield it. This one? What do you want to do with that? Can I store it in my inventory without losing it? Yeah, apparently, because I tied off the top, right? Okay. What this is going to do for us, let's get this chair out of the way. I'm going to drop this jerry can and the other one. Yeah, we got our salt water still. The other jerry can. I am normally quite blind looking for things, so just bear with me. There it is. There. I'll drop these here. I can batch craft clean water, but I don't need to right now because I've got some to drink. There we go. Satisfied and hydrated, so carry on. So we now have 5 starch here. So I want to craft what? Flours. Flour, right there. So it takes 1 starch to make flour. Good. But we need more than that, don't we? We need... How much does it make? We gotta look over here. There we go. So 1 starch will make 15 flour, and 11 flour goes into the bread recipe. So we can just make 1 of these to try it out. It's a 45-minute craft. Okay, so we crafted flour. What is the... How long does it last? This flour should last forever. Yeah, it lasts 3 seasons. This is going to last forever. Now, I think we're going to lack something to cook bread. Like, I think we're going to need an oven, probably. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Flatbread. You can do it with food cooking of 2 or more tool and a nearby fire. 11 flour, have 15, and 2 clean water. Bam. We can make... It'll make 2 fresh flatbread. It's basically 5.5 flour per flatbread. This is nutritious, possibly 485 calories. Let's craft a flatbread. Okay, you craft a flatbread from memory. Now let's see if we can do anything with the flatbread. I think not. No. Okay, I want to eat the flatbread. There it is, 2 hot flatbread. So we've just turned cattail rhizomes into 244 flatbread that has a week of shelf life. In my opinion, this is going to be very helpful for our survival. So let's go ahead and craft some more. I ought to be able to just confidently make all the flour we can. I just see no reason to make bread flour. Useful for adding more stretch and chew. It probably makes better bread. You know what I'm saying? Nutrition will vary with chosen ingredients. So whether you're using starch or cooked acorns or whatever. So we're going to want to look for those cooked acorns. And by the way, I see that we can make bread flour out of oats. Okay, we've got barley or wheat, but we can make bread flour out of oats. And so I may go get the oak seeds from that guy. Yeah. But anyway, let's make a batch of 4 of these. Okay. Now we put 60 flour on the desk. So how much flatbread can we make? I can make 5. I can make 5, which will make 10. So yeah, that'll do it. Let's do a batch of 5. Then we're going to have to start crafting clean water. Basically baking bread all day. It's 3 p.m. We've been at this all day. And there we go. So what we've got on the desk now is 10 flatbread at 244 calories each. That's 2,000 calories. We can live for a whole day on that. Got a little flour left over. So that's nice. All right, I know you guys, I'm just going to preface this by saying, I know you guys have told me in the comments, and I've tried this, and for some reason I don't like to do it, but when you're making clean water, if you're new to Cataclysm, by the way, I'm just going to tell you, and if anybody says it in the comments, I'll pin it, you know, in the comments, but I could fill one of these, take this jerry can with 37 water. I ought to be able to set it right there. Let it sit, and it would turn into purified water. By the way, I need wood ashes. Yeah, I'm going to need those for a recipe later. But anyway, what I seem to like to do, like if I can probably come over here in the corner, and if I want to craft clean water, okay, then I usually do it this way. And I know, I mean, it takes, you're looking at 5 minutes, right? So it's kind of a waste of time, but I don't care. I just like doing it this way for some reason. So I'm going to try to batch craft 37 clean water here. Which is going to take, you know, all day, basically. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You mutate. Stop crafting? No, we'll read about it when we get the water done. You hear a buzzing and feel your body harden. You gain a mutation called strong back. All right, we are very thirsty. Okay, and I pour the hot water into a container. I can pour it into either one of these jerry cans, right? I'm just going to pour it in there. Okay, so we've got plenty of clean water, which is good because we need to drink. By the way, I don't know if you know, if you're new to Cataclysm, when you drink, you've got to wait a little while and see and let that hydration set in. So it might say thirsty, then that might go away. Right now, our stomach is satisfied because it's full of water. All right? So like you can be hungry and drink some water, and then your stomach will be full. So it won't tell you that you're hungry. This is one way that you can become malnourished, by the way. What I'm just doing is holding down the pastime button. He's just hanging out, man. He ate some flatbread. There you go. See, now our stomach is no longer full. So I'm going to go ahead and drink a little more of that clean water. Okay, our stomach's satisfied, and we're no longer thirsty, so that's good. Now, I'm not going to try to eat any flatbread while my stomach is still full. So I'm just passing time. You know, War is just sitting here at his desk with the brazier going. It's nice and warm and comfortable in here. And he knows that he's got a supply of food on hand. There we go. Satisfied and slaked. So our hydration level can increase as we soak in the liquids that we have drank. Anyway, I don't want to get too hungry. Too overfull. So I'll probably make a trip back out at some point to get more cattail rhizomes. Those things are awesome, as it turns out. You got 3 days on the rhizomes, then 3 seasons on the starch, and then the flatbread lasts for how long again? I think it's 3 days, but it should be... it's a week. This food looks fine. If you were more skilled in cooking or survival, you might be able to make a better estimation. Made from clean water and 11 flour. It tastes better while hot. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. I'm just fascinated by my flatbread right now. You know, what can I say? Let's look. Oh, yeah, we need leather patches. Okay, so I think I'm going to get my leather patches from that NPC down at the other place. I don't think we saw any clothing over here that had leather. Are there boots or anything over here? Let's go have a look. By the way, the bee that was hanging out down here, he flew away. Okay, hard hat, 10-gallon hat. These steel-toed boots. They may turn into leather patches. Yes, these are leather, so I should be able to butcher these. Let's grab these steel-toed boots. We should be able to butcher them for leather patches. The work gloves are probably leather also. The boots might be, so we'll grab those. Now we're hydrated. I'm gonna go ahead and eat a flatbread or two. There we go. Now we're satisfied. Yeah, let's drop those things over here. Work gloves, boots, and steel-toed boots. They're all poor fit, and I don't feel like adjusting them. Now from here, if I hit disassemble, I should be able... Yeah, 8 leather patches will come out of those. I need an awl. Okay, I can make an awl to disassemble the boots. What was the other thing? It was the work gloves, right? I don't see work gloves on here, so we'll probably have to butcher those. So let's disassemble the steel-toed boots. We got 8 leather patches, okay? See if I can butcher... Yeah, there we go. Butcher the work gloves. Got 1 leather patch and cut up the boots. Got 22 leather patches out of those. Okay. Awesome. That's good because I want to go and craft me some clay canisters, baby. All right, here's the recipe for clay canister. This is a fabrication 2, survival 1 skill. Okay. A fragile clay vessel. It can be used to make crude impact grenades. You need a nearby fire. You need salt water. We got 2 batches worth of salt water. You need wood ashes. You need plant fiber, or you need strings or whatever. You need clean water. Wow, you need salt water multiple times. Basically, looks like. But anyway, I'm pretty sure we can do, what, 2 batches of this? 5 have 13. Yeah, we should be able to do 2 batches. You need 2 lumps of clay and some leather patches, and that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to batch craft 2 sets of these, and I think it gives us 2 canisters each. Okay, now we decide what components we want to use. So we got multiple recipes. Plant fiber, wood ashes, 1 clean water, 1 salt water, 2 lumps of clay, 2 leather patches. Or instead of using 50 wood ashes, we can use 5 extra salt water. Or we can just use 6 salt water, period. 2 lumps of clay. Let's just do the, we ought to be able to do a bigger batch if we use this recipe, in other words. Yeah, we can do a much bigger batch. We could do a bunch of these. But anyway, we'll use recipe number 1. We'll use the, that's confusing, because I thought we picked our recipe. Use the salt water nearby, or on person. Well, that's a little bit of a longer craft. I didn't expect that. So if it gets to be nighttime... Good. Our brazier's keeping it light enough to craft. We are drowsy. Okay. So we crafted multiple clay canisters. Let's have a look. That's odd. That should have crafted 4 clay canisters because we did a batch of 2. Well, that's kind of strange, but okay, whatever. The next thing I want to do is look up the recipe for Molotov cocktails. Okay, Molotov cocktails, you can use... Oh, you need 2 clay canisters per cocktail? Damn it. Okay. You also need a cotton patch. Okay, so we don't have any cotton patches with us. And then you need, there should be gasoline, yeah, 500 gasoline, which is on the, on the thing. So, okay, that's a little bit more, First of all, we need to go steal some, we'll go steal some cotton patches from the atheists. Okay, I forgot to look at our evolution. Let's look. Oh, we also picked this one up. Strong scent. I missed that. Your scent is particularly strong. It's not offensive to humans, but animals that track your scent will do so more easily. Where's my strong back? Did that change? Lightly weary, happy because life is good. That's strange. It said we... Oh, you know what? It said strong. And I assumed it said strong back, but I will bet it said strong scent from the very beginning right there. There, yes, my bad. I'm so sorry. The mutation we picked up was strong scent. Okay, so why are we drowsy? I've never seen drowsy before as a effect. Now it says lightly weary over here, but where did drowsy come from? Weird. Alright, well, let's try to get some sleep. You snuggle your emergency blanket. Yeah, we're surviving pretty good so far. Pretty good. I need to go ahead and antiseptic and bandage everything, get these wounds healed up. I forgot to do that before bed. That's okay, everything's healing slowly. Yeah, you guys that play on the No Hope mod, you know, you're way ahead of the curve on the food situation from me. I never played with No Hope, and now the last generation has basically got the built-in No Hope mod. Let's eat some flatbread. Yep, we're not full yet, so we can eat 4 more. We've still got stalks to cook, too. We ate 8 flatbread, and it didn't get us satisfied. Okay. I can't make more because I'm out of rhizomes, I think. Let's look here. Yeah, we're down to 9 flour and no rhizomes. Let's double check my inventory. Pretty sure we used them all up. So I'll be going to grab more rhizomes shortly, but we can cook these cattail stalks. Let's fire up the fire. Use a $1 bill. Let's go ahead and do these cooked cattail stalks, which are gonna be, Oh, we can make salt. That's good to remember, too, because I thought I saw salt in one of these recipes. What was it a recipe for? I don't know, but it was something I was thinking, how am I gonna get salt? Oh, yes, you get it out of salt water. Anyway, cooked cattail stalks. Let's see, we can make 13 of these. Oh, and by the way, I can go get my free meal from the other faction. Hopefully my fire holds up. We dropped our last plank. There we go. Alright, let's eat some of these. Shelf life, 2 days. There, now we're satisfied. Drink some water here. And we're turgid. Okay, cool. I want to unload into my, unload the clean water, pour it into a container, pour it into my canteen. And what do you want to do with the other 16? Don't do anything with it. There's some left over. Make sure that's a win in my canteen. Yep. And I've still got a condom full of salt water. We'll go get some more of that. Some more lumps of clay and stuff. But for right now, we can take this spare jerry can. Let's examine the gasoline pump. Look at there. Pour some stuff into a container. Steel jerry can. Okay, there's more gasoline left. So, can I craft a Molotov cocktail? No, because I don't have the cotton patches. Okay. Right, let's go steal those. Drop the jerry can over there. We got fresh water on us, so let's go see what we can steal from the atheists. Zombie horse. From the east you hear roar. Yes. Right. Okay, I killed zombie deer with my axe. I don't know about a horse. I think they're even more deadly. Let me look and see how deadly they say it is. Oh, it's wounded, though. It's wounded. Okay, maybe we can kill it. Mildly dangerous. Heavily wounded. Alright. In the interest of cleaning up our area. Let go of the controls. Wield the wood axe. Drop the backpack over here. Okay. Now I want the zombie horse to run up on this because it's got a move cost of 400. Remember the cell phone that we checked out where the horse was beating its way into the vehicle? I can't get in, I guess. Oh, he hits your leg. I shredded him for 32 damage. There we go. We are bleeding. You put on your high volume rucksack. Okay. There we go. The bleeding has stopped. Pulped corpse of a zombie horse. Alright. Well, that wasn't too bad. How much damage did it do to us, I wonder? Oh, look at how much damage we did. You shred it for 32, you hack it for 54. Nice. He hit us in the leg and we tried to keep our balance. That's what's up. We need to go down there and grab some of that honeydew, too. Bit of a crafting episode for you guys. Hope it was as fun for you as it was for me. I'm not going to wrap up yet. I'm already summing up in my mind. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna park right here. I'm gonna warn you though, between episodes I may have to switch vehicles. May have to grab like this vehicle here. It's got some trunk space to it. What's that carry? Yeah, 300-liter trunk space. It's got 2 of them. Yep, may grab something like that. Because this truck's all beat to hell at this point. What's up, Dino Dave? You guys know Dino Dave? We ain't talking to Dino right now. Alright, what I want to do I don't think these guys... Yeah, we should be able to go into one of these closets. What we got in here? Thread, sponge, soap bar. I just basically want to steal a blanket so I can cut it up. But I can't do it with everybody looking at me. So I was hoping that they'd have some stuff in a closet. What we got here? Vinegar, insecticide, scissors, thread. Oh, I know. Yeah, we can definitely do it in here. Let's drag this corpse out of the way. Close the door. Now, you gotta watch out. This lady is on watch. So I gotta come over here. Oh, what do we got here? Bathrooms again? Yeah. Showers and so on. Okay, she can't see me over here. Let's butcher this blanket right here. Cut it up or disassemble it. Cut it up. Salvaged 141 cotton patches. How many does she want for the mission? We need a mechanical pump. We need 300 cotton patches. Okay. Patchwork quilt. Disassemble. It may anger them. This will give patchwork felt sheets and clumps of gambeson batting. What? And 100 thread. Oh, that's wild. I don't need that. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this one. Disassemble the blanket. Should yield 20 cotton sheets and 150 thread. Cotton sheets equals makeshift bandages too, I do believe. Pull that over here. Also, once it's become disassembled, pretty sure that they don't know to be mad at you. What is that? An electric blanket. Probably not what we want. Here we go. Haul this blanket over here. Oops. You stop hauling items. Okay. Get it. And we'll drop it over here. So, reminding myself, she wants 300 patches. We disassembled it, and we got... Where'd the sheets go? In my inventory? Oh, that's weird. 141 patches. Oh, there they are. 20 sheets. If I disassemble a sheet, I get cotton patches. That'd be 160 more cotton patches, which would get her to the 300 mark. So let's just butcher this, cut it up. They gave us 134, so we're almost there. That's almost 300 cotton patches. Here's a blanket. Let's use this. So this manager won't let you move it that way. Let's butcher it right where it is. Cut it up. I don't know if we can put all this in our inventory. I'm gonna try. Okay, we got it all. We can go complete the mission. The only thing is, I wish I could bring me a blanket back. But I think this girl over here will tell on us for coming out of here with a blanket. Unless she can't see it in our backpack. Let's try to steal this. Ah, she doesn't even know. Alright, we can go complete that mission and then make Molotov cocktails. Oh, and we can pick up our free meal. Almost forgot. I want to go by here every day and get my free food. It's pretty damn awesome. Then, from one episode to the next, I'm surely gonna stock way up on starch, since that lasts 3 seasons. Then we basically would have a almost endless supply of food. Oh, I never noticed this fence here before. You're in the territory. They won't appreciate your actions. What, you can't climb over the fence? You can't climb over the privacy fence? Come on, guys. You welcomed me in. What is the deal? There's a gate here. Oh, what's back here? Newspaper page, Rural Digest Examiner, bubble wrap, marble, short string. Hey, there's a second staircase here. What? Where does it go? There's... Oh, this is a, Oh, wow. Roof access. Nice. Oh, we can see the refugee center roof from here. The radio tower roof sticking above the cloud line. This building is very tall, whatever it is. Let's look down here. Ah, do you believe there's a sewage treatment plant roof that high? I would have never believed that. Let's talk to this little girl right here. Maria. She says, "Have you found the cotton?" Yep. Here it is. It gives you 15 icons. Thank you, lad. This should do me for a while. If you're interested, I have another job. Yes, what do you got? I want to try making my own cloth. It's getting harder to find the quantities I need. I'll buy an electric spinning wheel if you can find one. It would vastly expedite the process. So we're looking for an electric spinning wheel. I'll be back soon. 'Cause I love you, babe. Alright. Down. Now we can complete my mission, which is Molotovs. Hey, not like that. This is not how I prefer to drive. I hate it when it does that on its own. Of course, it will warn me if something bad happens, allegedly. Okay. Okay, I should have all the ingredients I need here. Let's see if we can craft it. Bam! We can craft 1. We have 2,000 gasoline in that container, so we can actually craft 4. I just need to get enough clay canisters together to make 3 more of these. And there we go. We have a Molotov cocktail. Bam! Emergency super weapon obtained. I feel more relaxed already. Looks like what I really need to do is move some of this crap. Oh, you know what we need to do? Is build some storage so we can start storing stuff in here. Let me look at what we can build for shelves. We can build a warehouse shelf with sheet metal and pipes. That's not what I had in mind. What do we got for wooden? Maybe a bookshelf or something? Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. So there's nothing under shelf, huh? Okay, let's look on the other crafting menu. No. Alright, here's a question then. We need sheet metal and pipes. We know we can get infinite pipes. I was hoping to build them out of wood. Dang it. Sheet metal? Oh, here you go. We've got these utility shelves. Can we take them down? Examine. Okay, examine leads to a pickup menu. Ooh, theoretically, I could drag those over there. Let's see how heavy they are. They're not heavy. Let's see how much they store. So they store... look at it this way. Stores 1,500 liters. And the ground stores 1,000. So yeah, we could move these shelves in there just for now. Yep. And we can take these apart to build warehouse shelves. Fair enough. We've got all these lockers here. We just need to take them all apart. Anyway, and I need to open all these crates, get drag some more wood in here, because I'll be using this fire a lot for my clay crafts. But I guess this is a good place to wrap it up. What did we accomplish this episode? We got cooking, we got food, we got a super weapon, and we completed a quest, and we stole from the atheists. It was a good day. Alright, thanks for joining me for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it half as much as I did. I'll see you in the next one, and in the meantime, I'll see you in the comments. Take care.